So we're attacking the lighthouse. Or the strange cave, or maybe we should go to the strange cave first. Can at least see it. Yeah, beach weather probably. It's a cave. Earth tongue mushrooms. Sturdy wooden chest.
Now this is valuable.
Yeah, it was probably for the chest here.
What a deluge!
What do the medics say?
The further we go, the more bodies we find heaped around.
We
Also
must
the
be
weather
closing in
changes.
on where they were headed.
Lupine horror. It's a lot of water here. The ghoul that guards the lighthouse. 5.
Flaming fear! Get them, boy! Hits! Rise from your grave!
Well, they'll have to come to the fire. From the looks of it, it looks like they're... They're mostly melee. There's 2 archers on it. Chance to hit isn't exactly great. Huh. Cooldowns on these are quite lengthy, that's one sort of disadvantage on what to use. We could put these fires out and get a block the range attacks. Yeah, the fire is doing its job. We can easily do through fire more damage than we can do through attacking.
Looks like you're headed for a fall!
Yes, you are. It'll mean the lupine horror is out of this situation for a while. The other lupine horror simply can be taken out. The ghoul that guards the lighthouse to loop. I curse it. Lowers target's chance to hit by 30. Back in the fire. Piercing, burning, burning, burning. They're more or less harmless as far as I can see. There's one undead archer that's... at least one undead archer that can be a bit of a trouble. But I think that's basically it. We're just gonna pull back.
Rise from your grave!
Ah. So you can literally resurrect people every turn. Doesn't matter, he's sort of dead anyway.
Precise incision!
He's fairly harmless now. I think I can move out of the way safely. Bleeding, poisoned, warm. Not much I can do.
Feel the pain of my stay!
Alright, not that type of fight. Clobbering time, that's a unique weapon. Polished copper ring, unidentified elm shortbow. Probably take a moment for gas to go away. Avatar of Poison. Portrait. Different type of knife. Crippling blow skill book. There should be a better way to do these things. This inventory hunt thing's totally unavoidable if you give proper support to things. Immune to being poisoned. Geomats. Melee attackers may get poisoned.
Not even worth the rummaging. Striking it rich.
Yeah, this poison doesn't want to dissipate for some reason. And I don't particularly want to get poisoned, but I guess it's fundamentally harmless. I mean, I can just go through it. Delicate male armor. Right, we got a couple unidentified items. Harmful elm shortbow doctor, so more than points. Not exactly good. Perception and telekinesis again. Yeah, we have 2 telekinesis rings now. There was a unique item of some sort. Clobbering time, one-handed. Huge amount of crushing damage. Strength bonus, shield specialist +1. Unbreakable. Card from Blackthorn Wood and heavy on the grip. This weapon always brings Shillalak law to bear. No one really uses that for fighting technique though, so... we need 10,000 more to build up. Still, we got a few thousand out of a fight like this, so it's not that bad. Samson.
What's this? Living eyes that can see the shape of death? Avert your gaze, wanderer, for you are looking upon the phantom of a murderer.
Tell me about yourself.
Samson was my name, a long time ago. I know not why upon my death I became a ghost, doomed to haunt this tower. Perhaps the gods heard of my crime and stripped me of my rightful place in their eternal realm. If so, their punishment was just. Each night I wake the flame in the lighthouse to repent for my wretched sin.
You called yourself a murderer. Why?
That indeed is the tainted title I must bear, and deservedly so. For 15 years ago to the day, it was that I sat atop my lighthouse, the flame unlit, and watched on as a pitiable ship crashed upon the cliff and got devoured by greedy waves. Deliberately had I foregone to do my duty. Willfully did I condemn every soul aboard to a salty sleep on the bed of an indifferent sea.
Why did you do it?
Why did I commit this act of blackest horror? Jealousy, anger, the bitter anguish of a broken heart. Those are the ancient ills that drove me to madness. Desdemona was on board, as I knew she would be, my wife. The delicate beauty of whom I was sure was betraying me with her friend, the dashing Falana. Possessed as I was by the demons of envy, ire, and torment, I decided that if I had her love no longer, only death could take her for his mistress. And so I sat here, coldly and calmly, as I delivered them both unto the deep. Yet no sooner had the water closed its spuming jaws around the perishing vessel below, that the extent of my offense dawned on my beleaguered mind. Overcome with guilt, I sought escape through the hangman's noose, but rest was not to come.
I heard there might be an undead lair here. Do you know anything about that?
Skeletons roam the lands, restless as my troubled soul, but shall not find their lair here. Some scuttle by now and again, but most of the time I reside here in solitude. Solitude and silence.
Empty flask.
Another
wasn't working
betrayed
well.
soul. It is weakness that he weeps for her. Her death was deserved.
Speaking of deserved deaths,
I may
will
have
you
died.
can it? Or do I need to can you?
On and on.
Fine wooden fire wand. Passively better than the staff.
I see your eyes before me.
Allows you to cast fireballs 4
Whether I
times
could
too.
drown in their
Costs a little bit more
endless
because it's a higher level item, but I rarely use the wands anyway. And this does massively more damage, so it would definitely be worth it anyway.
My
The chance to be able to cast fireballs in a tough situation would also be very, very welcome.
on and on.
Well, what's this I've spotted?
Glass ruby. That reminds me, I can boost vision
I
temporarily.
see your eyes before me still. Whether I could drown in the darkness as you and end this torment. Dearest Desdemona,
The goal would be basically to just see if the woman spots something perception wise. Lasts for a long time too. Guess we really have no reason to be here. Okay. It's nice to get something done finally, though it's not anything all that impressive.
How did it go? Don't spare any details. We need to make a full report to the lieutenant.
I could tell them to. I can either tell them the story or tell them to just go to and take a look. I don't particularly care what happens to these two guys, so
Now that's an interesting story. Clean the grit from your ears and I'll tell you all about it.
Indeed. Now, there's a story worthy of an audience.
So, let me get this straight. There's a ghost inside operating the lighthouse, and you managed to do away with the bad beasties at the base of the thing. Whew, sounds like a job well done.
And I'm sure Selenia will be thrilled to hear we did it. Another triumph for Legion Daring Do. And if this doesn't buy us a ticket home, nothing will.
I need a moment to reflect.
I really don't care about the Legionnaires, so this conversation that's not happening, so it doesn't make sense to me. So it does feel quite good to give of oneself to those in need.
It does feel quite good to give of one.
Your generosity honors our esteemed order.
I'm not sure what's the purpose of these dialogues, because there's no obvious change in anything. But it might have impact on something, like who gets the reward out of doing this, or the credit of doing this job, or something like that. I don't care too much. Just wondering, should we report back, or go exploring a bit further now that we're here? I mean, we have to go to our next site anyway, so it's not like this is the end, no matter what we choose to do. I suppose one thing at a time might still be useful, especially since the waypoint shrines are here. A lot of keys all over the place. Not sure where they go. Probably the local chests.
Baking like a cake.
3, 4, undead with every blow. I say, impressive.
Okay, they're obviously lying. I don't care. Can I talk to her?
Well, look what the cat dragged in. Good to see you. My brave troops were just telling me how they proudly vanquished the undead near the lighthouse. Did you get to witness my valiant soldiers in action?
I'm not sure if I want to go lying about this though. I mean, I don't care if they may take some advantage of it, but I could have sworn we were the ones who inspected the lighthouse.
Really? I could have sworn we were the ones who inspected the lighthouse.
Right you are. We did all the work while they cowered in the bushes.
What in the hells is the meaning of this, Legionnaires? You cowered from your duty, yet tried to claim the reward. Despicable! unworthy of the Legion.
Lieutenant, it's just... all the others had already perished. We feared for our lives.
Hold your lying tongues. To the kitchens with the pair of you. You'll peel bloody potatoes till you die of monotony. Go, go!
Got a decent amount of experience out of it.
So good to see you again, Source Hunter.
It's 1 perception, dexterity, and pickpocketing. That will give us pickpocketing 2. Lockpicking +1. Cloth razors of the skeleton key. Yes, yes. $1,500. I can afford paid in gold too, but maybe some of the arrows. I got some books that I didn't use. Branches can be broken down to equipment pieces. Outdated executioner's sword. Probably be improved. I hate this. Like there's not a good way to do this because it has to be done on an individual basis. I feel like it should use the character's skills who is currently selected here, but you could place the items from anyone's inventory. Okay. Like this inventory system is the big problem here. It just is not a good one. So now I have to basically do pre-work before I can go into the trading system, instead of just going in there and managing it all in the single system. Yeah, this is just shit. At least it has some filters, but even those aren't super useful. Maybe there is a better way to sorting things out. Latest added, thank you very much. Improved leather armor. Improved dagger. Improved crossbow. Improved bow. Improved glove. Improved staff. 200 axe. 200 sword. Improved spear. Especially some of the basic armor should definitely be switched out. It's a sarong, not an armor. Okay. Glass or ruby probably doesn't have any real use. Although tiny pearls could be used to improve things. The arrows are probably a good way to earn some money in a tough spot, but they don't really weigh all that much and they seem to be incredibly useful if we have to rely on range weaponry. It's just a lot of crap. If we craft it a little bit, we can probably turn them into something useful. Also, it seems like it would be a great idea to have keys as something separate. All of the game seems to be taking care of that fairly well. And it's splitting more. I think generally speaking we're gonna go with the heaviest armor. Okay, that should be enough generic crap for us to do our little trade here.
So good to see you again, Source Hunter.
Do I want the perception? No, I wanted pickpocketing and something else. Her gloves. Luck. One really has the capability of using up Earth Staff, but it's a powerful one. 32 to 63. Right, not nearly worth it all. I don't exactly object to paying a little bit of money. The lockpicking alone is worth it. Pickpocketing potentially could be worth it. Added dexterity there will also be useful. Do it.
I shall be very glad to share what information I can give you, by all means. I'll grant you that the 2 survivors of that expedition were a bit cowardly, but I can hardly blame them. Everyone wants to go home, even if that means indulging in deception.
Okay. It's weaker armor. On armor piece. Weaker armor, but when we need to use lockpicking, we can use it. This will be our second pickpocketing item. Okay. We might as well test the results immediately. We can steal pickpocket the guy who tries to murder the orc librarian. If not, we can continue to something else, doesn't matter. Actually, I think I'll go in the underground caverns and mine out some ore. See what generally we can even get from there. I'm guessing ore is definitely one, but we might get gemstones or something similar as a bonus.
Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the northern cave?
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lining your pockets.
Yeah. If I get a chance to keep the reward money for myself, I'm definitely doing that. Well, at least pickpocketing is possible now.
Soon the last will be beaten. Beaten like the anvil of Grog, the torturer. All hail Grog! All hail his hot-steeled instruments.
Weight, total value. I suppose translates to difficulty.
The hunters go a-stalking in the night. By the needles of the million bleeder, they'll end it all!
Ooh, you have a single chance to do it. So maybe later on you'll get another. So it could have a cooldown. But it has an overall amount of some kind of thievery you can attempt.
Like the anvil of Grog,
I wonder if it's guaranteed. I think the total value of item is stolen. We can steal 336 gold worth of stuff. Bloody amulets. I'll take the key. Healing potion maybe. Let's just take the cash. What is the bloody amulet? Engraved with a symbol representing the orcish deity avatar called the All-Mother, this once prized amulet now appears rusted and forlorn. Brown flecks of dried blood cake from its surface. Could that be used as evidence? I do like how the thievery works though. Because this type of pickpocketing is actually something you can reliably use. I'm not saying it's the most realistic thing ever, but it seems like something you could invest and use without having to constantly load the game. White rat. Maybe I should visit the woman first. Simply because she might be able to give me more information about what the amulet actually is. After that we can take it to the guard captain as evidence.
Get a friend. Yes? Have you decided what should be done about him? It would probably be better if you rather than I
Nothing new. Probably should sell the books in general. The skill books I've been picking up, but I at the same time I probably will forget what exactly I ever read, so I would be keep getting the same books over and over and over again. The books don't weigh too much. Might be better just hold on to them.
Sorry, sir.
We talk to the drill sergeant.
It never ends around here. There's a zombie in my garden. My sheep is missing. An orc ate my baby. Night and day, day and night.
Trip skill book. Already have it.
Oh, what now? Whom would you have the... So, he wants you to kill that savage the mayor calls his daughter, does he? Hardly seems a crime to do so. But I guess I cannot allow assassinations to take place. I won't arrest him unless I have some actual evidence, though. Or did you think I'd simply take your word for fact?
This amulet confirms that Eglander has been arranging the murder of orcs that belong to the tribe Victoria came from.
So, you've found proof, have you? You have established this elf has been responsible for the death of many an orc and would like to be responsible for another. I'd give him a medal for his diligence, but apparently source hunters protect the green skins that blight our lands. So be it. Eglander will be arrested, and you can pride yourself on the travesty of justice that you have brought about.
I sort of like the characters in this game too. The dialogue is sort of a little bit... it repeats itself quite a lot.
Sorry, sir.
Quite flowery in that sense, but I like the fact that there are properties seem more like proper characters. Captain of the Guard doesn't have to be the upright person or a total worthless piece of crap. He can be competent and have his prejudices and things like that. And they're not at all that unreasonable in any sense either.
You think that's funny, Private?
Sir, no, sir.
Let's go see how the rest goes. I clearly haven't gotten quest experience yet out of this. That was the reason why I'm completing these. Ooh. Probably get to Esmeralda's.
So tell me, Septimus,
Only have the
would
skill.
your wife or sweetheart be
means I could investigate his or her entire... Okay, that's something we definitely want to do, but not now. There's a lot of golden items there and a cellar underneath. It could provide invaluable evidence in Jake's murder case.
Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once or twice.
The closest I've got to my match is when I...
By the filed teeth of Sulma Soul Shredder, the end is nigh. Death comes a-creeping for you, Victoria!
How exactly is this thing supposed to progress?
Seal, now that's a sad story. Elegant homes burned for fuel. Oh.
I mean, clearly the Legionnaires are not here.
Death comes a-creeping for you, Victoria!
Sent a Legionnaire to arrest him. Yeah, good luck with that. Can't talk to the guy. Is the Legionnaire coming? Yes.
You, Sir Elf with unpronounceable name. You are charged with the intention to kill Victoria, daughter of Seal's mayor. In the name of Captain Arius, you are hereby under arrest.
I don't understand you. I mean, oh, young and able-bodied legionnaire, I'm but a frail old man with a cough in his lungs and pain in his bones. What harm could I have done?
Oh, I don't rightly know, sir. I'm afraid I have my orders and I must obey. Please follow me.
I guess I must. I guess I must. Oh, dear me, don't walk too fast now, or my back will fail me. I haven't your youth, my boy. Old as the oaks, I am. Dear, oh dear. What is happening to me?
Careful, comrade. I think I sense a sorcerer in...
Right, the moving target is very tough to pickpocket. The window of opportunity is small. I still need to see the quest ended. Probably in jail. I'll need to at least tell Victoria that the guy's under lock.
Jageta, friend. He has been locked away. Oh, Diljazima's Aztinek. You have saved me. Thank you, my friend, thank you. It is a terror to know someone prays for your demise, but you have undone it. The sun that is your chivalry has dissolved the dew that was Eglandir's hate. May the gods bless your heart and shield your soul from harm.
Yes, yes. We don't have the skills to steal this. Invisible. For 2 turns. Well, we got the experience we wanted. Reward chest. Leather armor and a wand.
Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom. Stecken. Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't
Harmful
she?
antique wooden fire wand of Bloodthirst allows the casting of fireballs 3 times. Immunity to being cursed. Delicate leather armor.
The knight in see-through armor. Princess Buttercup with the blushing
Seems familiar. Yeah, blessed fine leather armor.
Esmeralda
Vitality.
does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she?
It's a blessed delicate leather armor is just an improved version of the same piece of crap. 2 extra hit points. 4 extra armor.
The knight in see-through armor. Princess
Slightly weaker wand, but it has
Esmeralda
4
does
fireball
have a
uses
propensity
too.
for all things naughty, hasn't she?
Also, it doesn't suffer from the level difference negative, so actually I'll use this. You dual wield wands. Yes. Dual wield damage penalty minus 30%. Yeah, it's not really worth
With the blushing bottom. Stecken. Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty,
Maybe with more
hasn't
skills.
she?
Either way, 1 job done. Actually 2. Lost love at the lighthouse. Purposely sinking a ship that his wife Desdemona was before.
Volume 1, Volume 2.
I don't recall any mention of such things.
What? Oh, it's you! What news? You had Aureus arrest him? Capital! Let that dog rot in his cell!
Adventurer's Guide 9. Don't have it. It doesn't really matter what we trade for it. I want a green fishing rod. Seems like these would be used for crafting though. Improved staff. Improved club. Also reminds me, I'd like to at least take a look at the recipes. Weapons and armor. Seems like the whetstone is the one thing that we use to almost everything. Pearls with armor, whetstones with weapons. I have no idea what these do. Easy to test out, I suppose. Hey, tormented soul and a 2-handed weapon. That's something I can do. So it's an upgrade. I probably shouldn't use it on a weapon of this quality. Okay, gemstones in general are improvement items too, so I shouldn't sell those. Alright, I'll go dig in the underground caverns. Once I have the ore from there, I'll leave things at that.
Join the Spud Club if you got an eye for farm potatoes.
I have to go to the outside to
No better
explore
solution to the
things.
zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Heavenly Harry!
I want to go here though. No. Oh, well, I want to go to the cemetery.
Those bony brutes will never make it inside these walls.
Rest in peace, darling.
Not really expect to detect anything new here. Who the hell knows? A couple points of extra perception isn't gonna hurt. I don't know. How much does iron ore weigh? Does it even look like? Probably a crafting component. Well, it's 10 pounds per a single ore. There's no way. This is not a sensible thing to do. We need to have a way to utilize the ore immediately. There could be something below it, I suppose. I didn't get the impression that that's the intention here. It's to get the ore. I want to see, are we meeting the requirements for the ore beach already? With level 3 characters and 4 of us, it recommended us not to go outside. We could continue with the undead. I got the impression that it might be that you have to deal with the undead first. But maybe not.
Still thinking about exploring the beach? You're free to go, though we Legionnaires are under strict orders never to abandon our posts. So we won't. You don't look like you're quite ready to head out into the wilds to me. You may have the right number of champions in your party, yet thank you for heeding.
So basically, undead menace first, and we can worry about the beach. Undead was more or less level 3, 4, that sort of crap.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks.
Yep. Quick visit to the end of time to see if anything's changed here. I think one extra portal at least opened there.
Welcome back, Source Hunters. I've been eagerly expecting you. You found another Starstone, haven't you? Go on, go on. Ask me how I know.
I'll bite. How can you tell?
Ah, mere child's play when you know what to look for, and luckily, I do. Do you remember when you first arrived on this plane? When the dormant portal that led us to this hall sprang to life? It's happened again, my friend. Another portal has reignited. The end of time is growing by the stone. It's all connected somehow. You, this place, the void, the stones. Soon we'll have unraveled the whole truth. Oh, how I do love a good mystery.
What have you discovered through the new portal?
You don't imagine that I'd presume to explore it before you? No, that would be most unmannerly. And not to mention, well, the...
What is it?
No, I'm sure it's nothing. It's just that beyond the portal, I sense a presence that I can't quite account for. It is at once powerful and faint. Perhaps only a shadow, perhaps more. But this is only speculation, of course. Come, let me show you the way. Once you're through, you'll be able to report exactly what we're dealing with.
I'll leave things here. Want to see which portal it is. Hall of Heroes.
I wonder who awaits you in the next chamber. I wonder what they'll say.